notification.
Waiting for the prompt.
Booked busy July 8th, but open besides Dylan and Tiff are having a baby, and that's their baby shower. Oh, congratulations. Oh.
There we are. Alright, we're live. So we are continuing with our Sunday matinee playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. We are starting Chapter 3. I am joined with my special guest, again, for the third stream, whose identity remains
Yeah, what are you going to call me?
anonymous.
We'll say Squirrely.
All right.
That's my gamer handle I've had for,
Go with Squirrely.
for many a year.
It's a nice sunny day. Happy Mother's Day if there's any mothers watching, but let's be honest.
Oh no, I haven't called my mom.
Boys, call your moms.
Don't be like me, call your mother. Call your mother.
There's probably not a lot of moms watching the stream, so men, boys, call your mom.
If there are mothers,
I've got that intel you requested.
Happy Mother's Day.
Sarah. It seems he used to be a researcher for Umbrella.
Ooh, you haven't called your mom either?
No, because it's gonna take forever. I will call her after this.
I've called my mother names.
Baby
Does that
Eagle is your
count?
priority.
No? Okay.
I actually gotta call my mother.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Thank you.
Did you guys like the chocolate yesterday?
I've not tried it yet.
Oh.
It, honestly, like when... So, for those listening, Squirrely gave us some chocolate-covered pretzels, strawberry-covered pretzels, some chocolate salted caramel,
Yeah.
and some chocolate-covered coffee beans. And by the time I got home...
Oh
'cause
no. Were they all mush?
They weren't mush, but I ran to the store to grab mushrooms because we had spaghetti last night. Ran to the store, grabbed mushrooms, came...
No, I've been. If we didn't have the AC running in the house, they would be mush. It's just cold enough in the house to keep them fine. But I really should have. I really ought to put them in the refrigerator to keep them nice and cool. But yeah, they're.
I was half paying attention. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I need somebody.
Can't you jump?
There's not a jump.
I feel like that's 100% like within reach. If he
For
just,
him,
if he like
even,
just
he could even come and step on this bag or the side of the bed and reach it, or open the dresser.
Look, I doubt I have the upper body strength to be able to just do like a straight arm pull up to get in there, but he looks like he's a little more fit than I am.
I'm sure. Let's see how long this is.
Everybody knows Chris Redfield could do it.
That's probably what, 2 feet? 2 feet above head? I'm sure he could do a 14-inch standing jump.
He's friggin' he dives out of what, windows? Like second story windows?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he can take it. You know? I stand by what I said. Chris Redfield would be able to. But that guy also has legs for arms, basically. That guy is stacked. He's strong.
Okay, so I activated that little thingy, but I know Ada's on the roof, or she went up after big burly Rasputin threw me against the wall.
Wong. She went the Wong way. Ha ha ha.
Something Wong.
Something Wong. Isn't there a joke about a pilot name? You gotta
Yes.
worry when you're. I feel like there's 3 different names in that joke.
Well, there was I don't know. It has to be, the names have to be a joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But there was a plane crash that a news
Oh,
station was covering.
You're right.
And
you're right.
the pilots' names were it was we going down, or we dong down, or something like that, and then something Wong.
Oh, this dog. Oh, save the wolf. He helps you later. The internet taught me. But yeah, I remember there was 3. Yeah.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
We Too Low. That was
Yes,
one.
We Too Low. Something Wong, We Too Low. Yeah.
All right, there's a bunch of activated bear traps.
Use your bear trap sensors, also known as your left and right leg.
Ooh, wait, no.
Do you have a flashlight? It's so dark.
I started the game with one, but
Oh, they took all your gear. They took all my gear.
where would my... Push all the buttons.
Is it the touchpad maybe? Although, what does the touchpad do? Because I
Map.
feel like you pulled the. I thought you pulled the. I thought you pulled it out earlier, didn't you? Before the old man showed you hospitality by.
I don't want to shoot.
What did he come at you with? Was it a knife or a hatchet?
The
or something?
hatchet?
The very, very first cult member guy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, insignia key. Can use that.
Nice. You know what I need?
What's that?
I need a beer.
A beer or a beer?
A beer. To tell us where all the hidden weapons are. You must be being a good son, and I thought there was somebody behind you for a second because of the explosion of the wood.
All right, are we doing the death switch spots?
Oh, sure. You guys can see how terrible you think he finds all of the leg biters? Just you wait. Or watch you perfect it now. Although, don't you have a boss fight? No, I don't think you do. Never mind.
Okay, well we're
You're backtracking,
back.
right?
Yeah, we're back in the town.
Is there another? Well, look, you're
Treasure.
to the right is where your whatchamacallit, your objective is. You see that in the lower right corner? The diamond, the yellow diamond.
So I'm supposed to get this way?
It looks
Like here? Like
maybe,
that looks like a path that leads up.
I mean, at the very least, there's a treasure just north of the, like, if you go to the right and then down, that treasure is not on, like, that's clearly not on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So you must be able to get to it. So maybe that's where you're supposed to go. Oh, I see it now. Okay, right there. You can actually see there's no white line.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like there's a path that I
Yep.
haven't quite...
Can you fast travel to...
No.
Oh, we can
There's
go...
the Oh, is that... So this was the area I was running around in?
Is this where you found all of the bear traps with your legs?
No, because that was... So, because this is the merchant.
It's a trick question because you've done that everywhere, so... But yeah.
We went this way. This was the place where the guys, like, just kept respawning. And then we went this way.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. So that's like the village with the vertical stuff.
Yes. Well, we have the insignia key. We can open that door with insignia. And then, I guess, go back.
So what's this? What's that path to the north that you just? That's like semi-grayed out right there. Where does that lead to? Is that, or was that where like you started?
I feel like that's... I have no idea. Doesn't look like I've gone that way, though.
Weird. Why would it be all mapped out then? I don't know. I never played this game, so I should probably like not ask questions.
Well, I remember the first one being a lot more linear. I I don't recall backtracking this much. Oh, okay.
Oh, doggos. Oh, God. There's 2 of them. Calm down.
Oh, I domed that one. Oh! There's another doggo.
Lol, in the leg. What? Oh.
Oh. Oh, that's a fierce doggo.
Yeah, they put a... What the shit is that? You shot it in the head 3 times. Okay, there you go. Now you're going down.
Where'd he go?
Are they immune to roundhouse kick? I feel like they tried it. There you are.
Ah! Jeebus.
So this is a new...
Oh, hi. Hi, lady. Oh.
Oh, God. I thought she killed you. Roundhouse kick! You should probably apply some herb.
Yeah.
What? What's the beeping? Oh.
Tripwire.
Oh, that sucks. So it's upstairs. Haven't you been here before?
Yeah. They've booby-trapped it.
So if you head upstairs, this is where you can exit out the windows. Maybe there's a new place you can go
Well,
over here with the tower blown up.
well, because the tower would be that way.
Yeah, so it'd be the other side of the house, but how do you get... Is there... Oh, there's another... Okay, there's another window on the other side. Sense make, do. Yeah, not really. I guess nobody's coming out of the church. That's a plus. Right?
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
He did a barrel roll.
He did.
Do a barrel roll. Oh.
Nope.
So we were talking before the stream about Capcom games
Yes.
and how it's been hit and miss for me for Capcom games that I played. I am old enough that my parents thought that console systems would rot my brain. So I wasn't allowed to get any until I moved out on my own. At that point I had a computer. So I played PC stuff primarily. Although now I have an Xbox. What do I have? An Xbox. Oh no. Whatever the newest Xbox is. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. And I also have a PS4 Pro. I'm looking to get a PS5 eventually, but so my interaction with Capcom games has been limited. It's been dependent on roommates and friends. So I played I believe I played Dino Crisis 1 and 2 a bunch, actually. And I enjoyed those games. And then I played... Lady, you swung first. You don't get to be mad. Although it would feel bad if she was like, home invasion, I have to defend myself.
That's true.
Why did he run at you like you had a wonderful bosom? That's 2 hands forward, like... Inappropriate. Finally.
I didn't give him a roundhouse kick.
I'm trying to... Wait, isn't that bad?
Yeah.
Body.
Okay. That is pathetic.
Uh-oh, you're dead.
Yep.
What?
Wow.
Why is there blood on your chest? He poked a hole in your brain.
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
Your turn.
Oh, God. So the last games I played, the last Capcom games I played were Onimusha 1 and 2.
Okay.
What is shoot? Is it the right trigger?
Yes. R1 is parry, like with your knife, but
Oh, I have to. Okay.
there was nothing for me to parry on that guy.
Okay.
I tried.
Oh, I reloaded. Thanks.
Yeah, squares reload.
Wait a minute. I need to be alone in here. I'm 12. I like the grunts, the aiming grunts. Oh, dude, you suck. I'm gonna have to fight the dogs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember, because I definitely played the Onimusha games. I'm trying to remember which ones I played.
I feel like there's other games I should know of, because the Onimusha games are not the first games that they made that are in that style, right?
Okay, it looks like they've made other games.
Keep coming.
How do you parry again?
R1.
Can I parry these guys?
Probably not.
What? Hard no. Your breath is bad.
Yeah. Dog breath is bad. Can't imagine what zombie dog breath is.
Yeah, I'm,
There you go.
Thank you for holding still.
Well, the numbered Onimushas, there's 3 of them, and I've definitely played those 3. Because the third one had the French guy from Godzilla in it.
Oh, I know. I don't believe I ever played the third one. Yeah. But Leon, the guy from Leon the Professional. Oh, that's a unfortunate hole. That's what she said?
Yes. Oh.
Wait.
No, doesn't look like there's a lock on the door.
Maybe it has to be
It's-
unlocked from
yeah.
the inside. Okay, so that didn't go as bad as I thought it might. That's one. I'm gonna find somebody doing their laundry back here.
The power of gain. It gets out zombie. There's another one.
Is that even doing damage to me?
Oh, it is. You're walking with a little bit of a limp. You're about
How
a
do
little
I-
less than half health.
How do you open the menu?
Triangle.
No. Triangle. So, health is half. Can I just use it?
If you use a regular green, I think that'll give you half health. Or a quarter health, something like that. Red plus green gives you full health.
Should I wait? Like, is it not worth it to...
I always wait until I'm red, but...
Okay. I mean...
Or low yellow.
That just increases the likelihood of you having to play instead of me, which I'm okay with. feel like...
Ooh, I think we have a key for that.
Hmm.
'Tis the greatest treasure in all the land.
Ooh, a vintage compass.
Looks like treasure. We'll probably put a jewel or something in there.
Whoa, why did my controller make noise? Leon, clenching for the ladies. I feel like I'm somebody who would take 100 years to play this game.
But I'd totally be down for a new Onimusha game. Those games, if they kept that kind of...
I remember those being a blast, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's a Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, that's what I was
style.
trying to think of. Yeah. Is that that's not Cap? Whoa. Whoa. I see you.
There you go.
Ho ho!
You can shoot them.
I thought I was just going to be a smartass. Ha! That's actually semi-useful. Reload, buddy. Oh, I only have 12 bullets? Okay, well. Okay, this house...
Devil May Cry is Capcom.
It is Capcom.
Yes.
Is there a lady in here? I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't she like upstairs or something?
I don't remember.
Or around the corner? Oh, she's in the door. That's right, because this place has a door.
How do you roundhouse kick, by the way?
X when you have the prompt.
Okay.
There you go. That's the prompt.
Okay. You gonna start wiggling? What the shit? What? Is the lady back up? That is some bullshit, is what I say. Come on out. What is this gangster crap?
Leon's from the hood. He's from the suburbs of Detroit.
I shot you in the head twice. Die. No! That was not consensual.
Well,
I think we should write to Capcom and complain. What do you think?
of writing to Capcom.
I have some problems. I shot that man in the head cleanly 3 times, and he was still alive. I also shot her while she was on the ground 3 times in the head, and she still did not die.
Yeah.
How do you kill them? What do you have to do?
That is a good question. I'm not sure. Although, let's... Can I backtrack, I'm wondering? Because I noticed when you were playing that, like, I don't have a knife. Unless...
You have a broken knife.
I have a broken knife. So I was going to try to get back to the merchant and repair my knife.
Ah. Shoot to cripple, not to kill.
Muse Meow. Thank you for the tip, sir.
Just to be clear, it's not crippling to be shot in the head?
I mean...
I feel like I would find that
think so.
crippling.
I'd be crippled, personally, if I was shot in the head.
Yeah, I would love for there to be a new Onimusha game. I have very, very fun. It wastes ammo. That's what I do when I play it. How do you have 26 bullets? I'll go for the knees. Apparently go for the knees, Muse Mouse says. Can we trust Muse Mouse, though?
Sown B.
A beer led us astray before. Although shooting people in the head 3 times makes me think I'm doing it wrong.
These zombies just have like really thick skulls, apparently.
Wait, what was to the right? It was oh, is that the flame for?
The merchant.
Something new for you.
You should see if that what was it? Oh, never mind. I died, so you didn't collect it, right?
The compass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well,
Do we have anything that he'll buy at a high price?
Dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. Got a selection of good.
Am I thinking of a different game where the guy constantly says, "I'll buy it at a high price"? Like, or is that this game? Because that guy's voice sounds different than I thought I remembered it sounding like.
I remember him always saying the what you
buying?
what you selling. But the high price.
I think it's when you sold it. When you sold it, he would tell you if he was buying it at a high price or what was it? Because it was him exclaiming value. Oh,
But yeah, different Onimusha game would be fun.
man, I would love that. I have great memories of those games.
There was also came out early 2000s, but they made a Mega Man that was like an RPG, like a party combat RPG style game.
Oh yeah, wasn't it for like the Sega CD or something weird?
I
Maybe
had
the
it
Dreamcast.
I had it for PS either 2 or 3. It was called Command Mission. That was a lot of fun. But I'm also a weeb when it comes to like JRPGs. Can I combine? No.
Are you a weeb when it comes to JRPGs? I just thought you liked Final Fantasy.
Not just Final Fantasy. Like Grandia. Played Grandia, played... Oh, the doggies again. Nope.
No love here. Go.
Oh, nope. What?
Get away, doggy!
Give me a break already.
Can you like melee them?
I got the prompt to, but apparently I was not in the right position.
No, I
or
mean when
something.
they run at you, like, can you roundhouse kick them out of the friggin' air? I like the idea of like
gosh.
an evil umbrella person like watching you through CCTV, and they just see you like turn and swipe at open air, and then get hit from a different side. This is the guy who's single-handedly taking apart our operation.
How are we losing to this guy?
Oh.
He
Oh.
just repeatedly loses to dogs.
You know, I should try the new what is it? Is it
There it is.
oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Dante. Devil May Cry. Isn't the new Devil May Cry I think 4? Or is it 5? I've heard that it's very, very good.
It's at least 5, if not 6. But yeah, one came out just about the same time. I can't remember if it was right before or right after Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was the last one that I remember coming out because they were right next to each other.
Is that the one where Dante's brother looks like Martin Sheen, like a young Martin Sheen with like white hair?
Yes. The
Even-
shirtless Dante.
He even sounds like Martin Sheen, I think, too. For those of you who might not know, Martin Sheen is a great actor, but if you don't watch a lot of older movies, you would know him as the voice of the Elusive Man from the Mass Effect series. Specifically Mass Effect 2 and 3. He's the leader of Cerberus.
And not to mistake him with Michael Douglas.
Not to mistake him with unspecified sexuality actor Michael Douglas.
Oh, I was too slow.
Aim for the crippling shots. Shoot her in the areas that are... Oh.
There we go.
Oh! Okay, so that's what we're supposed to do when they do that. Because I was like, when the bodies wiggle, aren't you supposed to do something? So you're supposed to use the knife. Okay.
Yeah, and we didn't have a functional knife.
Okay.
So now that it's repaired, that should be... It's kind of dumb that we have to repair the knife, but whatever.
Not bad, right?
Alright. Okay, so that gets us behind the tower.
Okay, there we go.
So we were going the right way, we just failed to 2 zombies both times.
Oh, can you go in the church now? Ah.
Insignia key.
Bazinga.
But yeah,
You are...
What the? I was coughing, you jerk. I think I got attacked by a snake. Sometimes there's snakes in those boxes, and they jump out at you.
Did they have Las Plagas in them?
I hope not. If the dogs do, why wouldn't the snakes? There's a lot of dry ice in this place. Oh, there's the snake. Hello.
Well, will it continue to attack you? Roundhouse kick it! Get that slithery snake.
Viper.
Oh. Does that... Can you sell, like, the skin or something?
We'll see.
Look at this cool guy. Does not look like an introvert.
This place does not have a shortage of chairs.
Once again, I'm imagining the bad guys watching you through CCTV, and they're like, is he drunk? Is he just run through
walking
chairs?
Sleep well and flourish, dear child. As your body grows, your mother shall sew new small clothes. At 7 quintal of wheat and half a bull a day, you have outgrown your pen.
Good grief.
What are we... What is... What?
I bet they're talking about the Giants.
Flourish, dear child, for the sake of your brothers and sisters who cannot.
New small clothes is effectively like a diaper or a loincloth. And yeah, exactly.
Ugh. That is a big skull.
Yeah, remember, aren't there giants in this game? If he's eating half a bowl a day, it's got to be a huge, let's say, a big boy.
I mean, who doesn't eat a half a bowl a day?
You know what, next week I might try to, like, grab drinks before I come over for us. So we have something cold and sweet to sip on.
Like a beers?
Like a beers. I was thinking Pepsi, but, Pepsi or Snapple, but something cold.
Merchant tip, the prudent choice. Sick of constantly running out of ammo? Well, I've got a treat for you. The bolt thrower is something else, mate. Bolts can be retrieved and reused.
You gotta read it.
So you can keep shooting forever. Also, don't forget to buy the bolt recipe to turn your extra knives into, well, bolts. Never worry about ammo again. That's not all.
Oh.
You can affix the bolts with attachable mines. Oh, that's cool. To quickly turn the weapon into a powerful mine thrower. Shoot at an enemy to see them explode instantly, or at surface to set a proxy mine. You'll lose the bolt, but it'll be worth it.
Oh, so you can recover bolts then too, if you don't blow them up. Speaking of which, look at that. It's a friendly merchant.
Attach a mine, so I can't... Okay, wait. I never saw the ability to pick up the mines that we came across, though.
You probably have to buy them, would be my guess. Or maybe you need tools to do so. Maybe it's a recipe.
Ooh, what you buying?
Hey, that's what I want to hear.
Flash grenade. Everything's so expensive.
You're probably his only customer, Dom. Are those cigarettes?
Crafty. What can we craft?
Oh, they're shotgun shells. Yeah.
A heavy
Field.
field. Can make some bolts.
Where they require one knife and one... What is that? One...
I have no idea what that is. Scrap?
Oh, yeah, it's a bag of scrap. So you only have one bag of scrap.
Yeah. But I have 4 of these ones. I'm gonna get some shotgun shells.
I think that's wise.
And we'll do a gun. Okay.
I still don't understand how their ammo system works. You making one box of 5 ammo gave you 10. 10 more bullets. Wait, you did pick it up? Or did you go back and pick it up when I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah, I went and grabbed it.
Oh, okay.
For selling only. But apparently I can't. Doesn't look like there's anything to like put in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth 8 G's, so...
Welcome. What can I interest you in? I'll buy almost a deal well struck.
Okay. Okay, so you can eat the snake for health.
Yeah.
Gross.
Good to know. I'm going to grab some more water real quick.
Sounds good. Viper Hunter. A dear friend of mine is gravely ill, and I'd very much like to treat them to some delicious vipers before they pass. Is there a snake charmer willing to lend a hand? Sell 3 vipers. Well, okay. Let's sell that viper.
Ooh, what you buying?
You only need the one?
Well done.
Need to sell 3, but
Anytime.
There's one of 3.
there's one of 3.
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of Capcom games, just any game in general, is there a game that you would like to see be remade in the vein of like a Resident Evil remake, where they don't just make it prettier, but something that's not like...
I mean, there's a bunch of games. Actually, there are several. I really loved the first and second Knights of the Old Republic, and I believe
Yeah,
they're working on.
Oh!
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
That guy's way too ready to strangle somebody. I am uncomfortable with that.
Yay! I feel like Norman Reedus from...
The Shambling Dead?
Yes. DA Origins? Dragon Age Origins? Is that what we're referring to there?
That's another game. I don't know about a remake for that, because the question is that's...
What?
There are... Oh, I hear a snake. Do you hear that?
I hear something.
Oh, there he is. Origins is I don't know if a remaster. I don't think I can replay that game anymore. I tried because
Someone behind me isn't there. Nope, just a gravestone. Oh, I hate you, Leon.
Jeez. But I'll stick with, for Dragon Age Origins. I'm not sure that a remaster would do it justice, because I feel like they would just turn it into Dragon Age Inquisition, which is not the game that it is. It's a different game than that. There's a much smaller group of people that you have in your party, and in the first game, it behooves you to talk to all of them, and you really develop. I think there's only five or six party members total, and they you talk with them when you make camp, no matter what, and that's kind of an important thing. It's not so much the way it is in Dragon Age Inquisition. So, and I don't think it would be a good idea to remake Dragon Age Origins into Inquisition. But I also don't think, I mean, I'll be frank, I don't think normies would like just a good remaster of that game, because it's a hard, even though it's what would you call it? Even though it's like the camera control and stuff like that is closer to, say, Dragon Age Inquisition than it is, say, like Icewind Dale or the older D&D isometric games. It's very much tactical, and even though it's not turn-based, it effectively is turn-based because of how difficult those fights are.
Church is sealed up.
And Baby Eagle?
Honestly, the only Dragon Age game I've played is Inquisition.
But they sure do
That was my introduction to the game.
See,
To the
I guess
series, I
that's
should
one
say.
reason they'd want
And
to do so.
that's the only one I've played. So,
That's for sure.
I do not know about Origins.
I don't know that I don't know that you could do a good, faithful remaster of Origins without losing essential parts of it. It may be able to be done. I think that a better candidate is Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. It's a clunky turn-based system that they sort of like made live action, or not live action, but non-turn based. And they need it. I've tried playing Dragon Age, or not Dragon Age. I've tried playing Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 again, and there's so many.
Let's go see what that.
What do they call those? What are those improvements? Like
quality of life.
Quality of life improvements. There's so many quality of life improvements. Those games I would love to see like an Inquisition sort of remaster of. I think that they would benefit from it. And I think that they are remastering at least the second one. But my understanding is there's some turmoil going on with that. The head of the project has been ejected or something like that. So
Yeah, because they were. I remember us talking about it, that they were going to remake KOTOR, and because I believe your message to me was, well, that's it, I'm getting a PS5, because it was going to come out for PlayStation, and then they just said, yeah, it's basically paused indefinitely. But no, I've tried. I've gone back and tried to play KOTOR 3 times because I never played it when it first released. I was very late to that party.
Too much has advanced. It's not like, I think this is one of the strengths of like genres. You can go back and play like old turn-based Japanese RPGs because of the strength of the game design. Mm-hmm. Because it's an incredibly solid, simple, accessible system, right? And then it grows. As you understand the system more and more, you're able to make better tactical decisions within the game. But it's turn-based, and it has, it's still ultimately turn-based. So while your decisions change, the actual like formula of the game doesn't. Whereas like in Old Republic, it's hard to describe. It's very slow paced. It's very It's extraordinarily slow paced. It's extraordinarily awkward. It's difficult to. There are frustrations in the game that I think bog it down because it was a great advancement at the time for the genre, but the genre has continued to move forward. And so, yeah, this is why I suggest them as a great. It's why I hope that they actually want to going through with the remake or the remaster. I think it would benefit from all of those little like sort of reimaginings of the little quality of life things. So,
All right, completed that quest.
in fact, I don't think there's any other game. That's the number one on my list would be specifically Knights of the Republic 2. Kraya is probably my favorite character in a video game. Friggin' amazing. She is probably why I ultimately wound up pursuing a degree in philosophy, is listening to her talk and sort of understanding her articulating the strengths and weaknesses of the different, the dark side and the light side, and how not to be bound by the weaknesses of one or the other. It totally blew my mind as a kid. What about you? Now that I've talked a whole lot.
No, I don't know if there is a better answer than that, but
Well, I'm sure there's a game. There's a game you'd love to see remastered. I mean,
Sure.
it would be Final Fantasy VII, but they're in the process of doing that. So,
well, kind of.
yeah,
Final Fantasy VII is on
we'll
remake.
see. You and I have debated that a great deal.
Yeah. No, the first one that came to my mind was Chrono Trigger. They came out with, Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. It's usually in the, top RPGs of the 90s. Chrono Trigger's usually like a top 3 candidate. And you could still go back and play that game, and it still holds up. It's still fine. But getting it to putting it in a style that's kind of like a Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's more like action rather than turn-based, could be, you still have the story, but you're putting it in a more kind of modern setting.
See, I can't imagine that, because that makes me think of, it's no longer the game it was, right? It's so quintessential. What am I thinking of? So many Dragon games now that I think about it.
Dragon Quest?
I'm thinking of Dragon Quest 12. That's, my mind immediately slips to that. I feel like it would turn it into Dragon Quest 12 almost, in a way, right? And I have to say, I sunk 500 hours into that game. That game was funny and fun and full of heart. I was blown away. I played that game because it happened to be on Xbox. What was it? Xbox Game Pass, and I was like, oh my gosh, I loved Dragon Ball Z when I was a little kid. So I was like, I'll mess around with this, and then I wound up loving the game. It's full of tropes. It's very self-aware. The writing in it is really, really good. You've got time travel in it, but I feel like it's executed in a way that actually just so many. Nice shot, old man.
Well, I don't want to shoot that with the bolt because... Okay, well that didn't work.
Oh, that one reached you.
It did. Sorry.
So what would you? Well, I mean, I've sort of said what. I wonder if you can shoot the bottle in his hand.
Dang it!
Oh, you got out of the way. Okay, nicely done. What would you? So do you envision? Because I can't see Dragon. Oh my gosh, Chrono Trigger, right?
Yeah.
Or is it Chrono Cross? Because I always mix those.
Chrono Cross came out for the PlayStation. Chrono Trigger is the one for Super Nintendo.
Which one is the one that has art by?
Oh my gosh.
By Akira Toriyama.
I couldn't tell you.
Wow, you just crit with your gun there, buddy.
Did I really get stopped by a cable?
You did.
And I'm gonna die. Let's heal. Okay, well.
Good job!
Adios, mios!
Nice dodge. Wow. Did he just pull out a pistol?
I think he pulled out an axe.
Oh my goodness.
I just separated his top from his bottom.
That is some heavy chiropractic work you just did for him.
Back pain solved.
But so, because like, no, I'll let you answer. Like, because I actually did not. I still don't really like the Final Fantasy VII action system. I don't like it personally.
I like it, but I understand your issues with it. Come here, Snake.
Slice.
There's Viper 2 as soon as I find Merchant Guy again. Because apart from I was trying to think of something that's not Resident Evil like. Because the other two things that I thought of immediately were kind of more Resident Evil style games.
So like the not Chrono Trigger, like Dino Crisis.
Like Dino Crisis.
Onimusha.
And my thought with Dino Crisis is, like, so they've remade Resident Evil games. They've remade the Dead Space games. So kind of like fusing the two, making Dino Crisis less action like Resident Evil has become, but more kind of survival, like less dinosaurs that you're dealing with, kind of like with Dead Space. And it's more survival than Resident Evil could be.
See, it's really interesting. I completely disagree. Because this is not action. This is still survival. And in Dino Crisis, it's an action game. You get ridiculous weapons in that game. Like, the whole point is, like, you are eventually a monstrosity. You know, you kill T-Rexes in that game, okay? Like, it's one of the bosses in that game.
Yeah.
You fight and kill a T-Rex. So it's not it is an action game, not a horror game. It's sort of like you start out weak. Oh, nice. Very nice. What?
Well, it didn't damage me, but I don't know why.
Is there a guy behind you?
Maybe he's underneath and like threw something straight
Oh,
up.
that would explain why it didn't hurt you.
Yeah, I think he's underneath.
Yeah. Schmat.
Did that get him?
It sounded like it hurt him. Where on earth is he? Oh, man. Is he wiggling? Behind you. I think he
she
became
just burned.
No, I think the
Oh. Oh.
that was malarkey, and I love it. Well done.
Did they like bust through something? Where the heck did he come from?
They're somehow coming around. They must be dropping. But I one of the things that I love about Dino Crisis is like you start out on an even footing, so it's not a horror game, but it's like it's definitely you don't feel like you are fighting to you aren't, it's not survival, but you are on even footing with the dinosaurs. So like it's difficult to fight them, but you are supposed to fight them. And then eventually it's ridiculous and you're slaughtering them. And I like that. That's one of the reasons that I liked those games and I never liked the Resident Evil games, because I find these more tedious, because the point of it feels contrived. They designed the game so that you cannot kill all the enemies. Mm-hmm. That strikes me as a contrivance rather than being like, look, you can shoot people in the head 3 times in this game. What the hell, man? Three times. Whoa.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah. There's gonna be a guy with a pig.
That is a.
Oh shit!
That is a giant, just
hammer.
Normal hammer. For
Literally
us
hammer.
People.
Well, that's the second piece of foreshadowing, because I still think that the what was it? Grow strong, young boy.
Yes.
Eating half a fucking bowl.
Well,
excuse my language.
I feel like that's going to be probably the next boss, because it usually they kind of keep, these games are kind of notorious for like, you're gonna fight this thing, you're gonna fight this thing. He's coming up. We
Yeah.
keep telling you, you're gonna fight this thing.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't think that these are bad games, right? I feel like it's a contrivance, but that's because this genre does not appeal to what I am looking for in a game. That doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means it's not for me. This is still a great game. This seems. I don't know about whether or not a remaster was justified. It doesn't seem like they've changed that. Whoa. Oh, was that like turned? Wait, did it eat a? Did it eat a bird? Is that why it was wigging out?
And maybe I'm misremembering, but I never felt like there was too many dinosaurs in Dino Crisis.
You fight a lot of like raptors and stuff like that that aren't that strong.
But it's not like this game where it's like, oh, there's 8 zombies on the screen.
No.
I gotta like get the F out of here and.
So there are circumstances where that can happen, but you go back later and you're able to clear that stuff. So like.
Oh yeah, Giant's gonna come out of that thing.
What's a good way to put it? In Dino Crisis, the general intention is for you to actually kill all of the enemies, whereas in this game, the intention is to cause you stress by having you fight more enemies than you can really kill. You're supposed to manage your enemies and get around them, and that's where that's the survival part, and that's also the horror part, right? Because there are enemies that can kill you instantaneously, or they're a threat. But that's not really the case in Dino Crisis. I think that there are events where you can get killed instantaneously. Like, it's been so long. I feel like there's a part where you're like, before you get to the fight with like the T-Rex, where like the T-Rex can insta-kill you, or something along those lines. But generally, you are empowered. This is like a disempowerment game where it almost doesn't make sense. You ought to be able to aim better. You're a law enforcement officer. It doesn't make sense to a certain degree that you're in Spain, but aren't you special Secret Service?
Well, yeah, I'm some sort of.
So arguably, Secret Service would have much better gear than just a pistol and a coat, right?
Yeah.
Like, you'd have better intelligence. The Secret Service wouldn't send 2 people out to find the president's daughter. There would be a much larger effort to find them. Like, you'd have better intelligence. There's a whole slew of things. But that's kind of fine. The Resident Evil world's always been kind of
hokey.
I was like
sci-fi, like
bad
sci-fi movie,
like nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, I was watching that video where all of the people Chris Redfield loves dies, and at the end of it, I think it's Resident Evil. What's 7? Not 8. It's the one before 8.
Well, 7 is Biohazard. That's the first-person style one where you're Ethan. It's when the series completely took a turn.
So, I don't think you play as Chris Redfield. I'm pretty sure you play as Ethan in the game.
Yes.
Because you're saving your daughter, right? And the end of the game, you save your daughter. And so spoiler alert, if you're not familiar with the end of this game, I'm going to spoil it. So, I'll give you like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, Chris Redfield is some sort of military person, and he's in a helicopter. He leads some sort of special forces unit, and he just decides that at the end of the game that they're going to go to some Umbrella compound. Like, they're just going to go and kill him, I guess. They're in a helicopter. Helicopters they have to refuel after every trip. Literally every trip. The helicopter is going to have to refuel because it flew out to pick them up.
Well, the ending of this game's...
So,
They ride off into the sunset on a jet ski.
Yeah. So,
Well, that's not going to last very long.
So, there's a whole slew of problems with that. Chris Redfield's not the person to make that kind of a call. right? If he's in the military, there's a hierarchy system where he like there's international law that needs to be observed. You can't just go attack like a corporate office in some other country because you mad he killed your boy. That ain't how that works. So, or isn't he like an anti-umbrella organization? Either way, there'd be a hierarchy. There would be a superior that he has to report to. That superior would be giving them information. Like, there's a whole slew of things. It's kind of nonsensical that these games have individual heroes going and doing things. But that's the genre. That's how this works. The game has things like there are larger issues at play that are unrealistic, like a microscopic plague thing that becomes a giant centipede and makes people immortal-ish. So you take it all in stride. It's a fun game.
Okay. So
I mean, Dino Crisis involves time travel, doesn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that like the like? Don't you go back in time to set up? Like, humans are in trouble because dinosaurs return, so humans go back in time to set up an outpost, and you find out that you're like in the Cretaceous period or something ridiculous.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was yes.
They are outlandish and fantastic. It's one of the reasons that I think I always liked the Dino Crisis series better, because I felt like it was a better tongue-in-cheek game series than Resident Evil was, because it's hard to do horror and have it be both tongue-in-cheek and scary.
Yeah.
And I've never liked horror games really, so it's I'm sure it's dispositional, but I've always recognized that the Resident Evil games are fun, and I enjoy watching you play them. I appreciate you including me, so that you can laugh at me.
No space. I need to do something with my inventory.
Can you get a bigger suitcase?
Welcome.
Buy, tune up, sell. Maybe it's an upgrade?
It would be in here.
Oh, cases.
Are in tip-top shape.
I'll just show you.
Oy.
Do you have any more room for inventory? We would buy it at a high price.
Got a lot of grenades.
Is there anything you can stack? Oh, that's cool. You could turn the smaller knife into bolts, and that might stack. Wait, do you not have any bolts?
They're all in the gun.
Also, you have a broken knife, it looks like? In the up top right corner?
This?
Oh, it's a scope.
For a rifle that I don't have. But I've got resources. I probably just let's just craft some stuff. Like this. And this. That gave some room.
You could also try eating the eggs when you need health. Assuming they don't have the Las Plagas. Are there chickens that have the Las Plagas? No? Never eat poultry again?
Ugh, gross. Okay, so this is where I'm like, okay, where do I go? I can go down, there's a down the ladder, or there's out the door.
Well, you need to go, where do you need to go? So you need to go, oh, north, yeah. No, this is exactly it. Isn't this the spot we were looking at earlier? Whoa, that was a big drop. Okay, good, there's a ladder. Isn't there was there a box you could get behind you? Hexagon piece, okay. Down there to the left, the blue?
Down there?
It would be to your right now. Now it's directly behind you. It's right next to the ladder.
Here. Let's grab that first.
Do you hear clicking? That box. Oh, okay. It's just an empty carton of some kind. My girlfriend is at home and she's making. We're gonna have shepherd's pie for dinner.
Ooh.
Which I'm a little excited about. I've been trying to eat a little healthier, like make sure that there's a higher balance of veggies to meat. Because I am a extraordinarily typical American, and I want 2/3 of my meal to be meat. And I really don't need it. I need more vegetables, so...
Guess I need a boat first, so I guess we're heading outside.
Hopefully that's going well.
But... yeah, so I guess... I don't know. I just don't want the Dino Crisis to be a dinosaur-skinned Resident Evil game.
No. I think I thought that I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying you wanted it to be more survival, which
I was
would
just
make
trying to think of ways to make it different than just, like imagine Leon with shoulder-length red hair, button tits, and shooting dinosaurs. Like I don't want it to be that.
I think it would have to be. So I think it would be closer to Onimusha. Than it would be this. Does that make sense? Because they still have, like, it's interesting. It's interesting that this is an interesting conversation because I have to say there are pieces like it's very obvious that the same company made the two games because they have similar. So Resident Evil 1 and 1 and 2, they had the locked-in camera.
Yes.
That's per room. That's how Dino Crisis 1 and 2 worked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You had cameras that were locked in place. They were forced perspective within rooms. But you wouldn't have to do that anymore. Onimusha had locked in perspective, but I feel like it had significantly better camera angles. Whoa.
Shit. God damn it.
Okay.
Why don't you drink some water? Yeah, what is that?
Oh,
Pull out your shotgun. Oh!
Let's use some of these grenades.
Ooh, that's cute. No, too far away. Oh, not too far away. Another grenade. 2 for 1. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Yeah. Did it hit him?
Might not have.
Oh! I can't tell if it's actually hitting him or not. Oh! Was that hair or...
Cowtail, maybe? Oh, okay. Alright, people.
I had enough of this welcome party. And actually, the more I think about it, Onimusha is a better like model for updating it, right? I almost like look. Whoa, that guy's like hugging your booty.
You jump down.
Hey.
Oh, come on.
Ow.
Sir.
Oh, I thought he left it inside you. Okay, good.
Oh, come on.
You might want to eat an egg. Maybe even 2 eggs. Oh, wow. That puts you at dang near full health. He's gonna try to fire you. Haha.
Oh, come on. I just want to shoot the medallion.
Boom! Yeah! I don't think they're gonna stop. Oh! Wait a minute. That was definitely the handle that stuck in you. Did you see that?
Yes.
Damn sharp handles. What is that? What is that thing? Oh, it's a snake! Is that the third Viper? Or did you...
Should be the third. Yeah, get it.
Ooh. Man, Las Plagas people sure have fucking terrible...
Oh no! I saw it so late!
Wait, you still have decent health. Heal quick. You got everybody behind you.
That's fine.
Logan's still sleeping?
Yes.
That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, I feel like I've not
I can
been.
hear you guys from outside.
Yeah, I've not been quiet. I did not know he was down for a nap.
Okay, Dominic, come to our house. What about Michaela? Sure, but we're gonna walk through.
Oh, that.
Oh, well, if your dad says no, then no. They can go over. No, if your dad says no, then no. You gotta respect your father.
If you didn't notice what just took place, a child came over, asked, "Hey, can your kids come over to my house?"
Oh, give him the.
Yeah.
Give him the Tuscaloosa special.
Oh,
Hello.
oh, oh! How dare you move on me?
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
You wanna play in your bedroom?
Double nice.
You wanna do it in your bedroom?
Knock him down.
Or, well, not bedroom.
okay. I'm supposed to go there. Gotta
Did
get
that say boat?
fuel.
Boat fool?
Yes.
Oh, I like how you have all your magnetized stuff stuck to the... That's cool. Man, I kind of want a Dino Crisis game now. I would love to have sort of like a silly, brainless action game to play. Because I've been replaying... I actually have 2 different playthroughs of Dragon Age Inquisition that I'm doing right now. One is a dwarf rogue, and I'm an artificer, so I just I get to throw bombs on the ground. It's actually pretty great. I'm immune to my own bombs for some reason, so I get to run up to people, throw a mine on the ground, and they get knocked in the air. And then whenever I deal damage, or my teammates crit, I have a cooldown reduction.
That guy was drunk.
Looks like his equilibrium.
Oh no!
I can't believe they just like. Yes.
Alright, now it's time to mosey on out of here.
I think it's the last guy too. Hexagon piece B.
Okay, that was needed. Oh. Let's take you out. Oh! How dare you move, you jerk.
How about some buckshot to the chest? At point blank range. Wait, can you knife it?
If they're close enough, probably.
I would. You know what? That makes me want to do. That makes. Maybe that's what I should do. What can I play? What can I play? Because I have been looking for a new gaming experience, and I don't necessarily mean new as in like some sort of newfangled, like a game I've never played. And you know what? I never had a PlayStation when I was a kid, so I've never played Chrono Trigger. I've never played Chrono Cross. What was it's Chrono Trigger we're talking about, right?
Chrono Trigger was SNES, then
Yeah.
they made Chrono... Wait, what did I say? Chrono Trigger, SNES, and then they came out with Chrono Cross that was PlayStation.
Is Chrono Cross a sequel to Chrono Trigger?
It's a sequel in the vein of like a Final Fantasy 6 to Final Fantasy 7.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So
Line,
it's,
but not direct.
it's a series, but it's not a direct sequel.
Yes.
It's just the same like world,
Yes.
and not even necessarily like, but different time period. It's something I both like and dislike about Final Fantasy. I have to give them props for being able to like go like have there be so many different like I don't know if it'd be stages or different worlds, but I do feel like I wish that they did not leave those worlds as much. I feel like Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII, they actually had really cool worlds with really cool histories, with really cool nations built. And I wish that I wanted to see more of that stuff specifically. Maybe less so with Final Fantasy VII, because I kind of feel like... Isn't there basically one major city in Final Fantasy VII, and then there's like everything else is effectively rural?
Yeah. I mean, Wutai's a city, but it's like an Asian village.
It's one of the things that never made sense to me, that somehow like the Shinra Corporation existed, but it like there wasn't like Civilization and Shinra were one and the same, because Shinra was also the government in effect. They were the source of technology, which is an interesting idea. But I always liked I liked Final Fantasy VIII's world. I love that what's the terrorist group that you're helping, the Timber.
Oh yeah,
Timber Wolves. Is that what they're called?
What was it? Timbers.
It was the Timber somethings, and they're like kids.
You get the magazines for them.
Yeah, they're the kids who are playing at Revolution, and you're trying to like
Timber Maniacs.
I really loved the fact that they had like politics going on in that world, and then there wasn't just one like garden city. There were several different gardens, and it made sense as a cool, interesting world. Like it seemed like it was a post-apocalyptic world that had actually built back up,
Mm-hmm.
Which is always fascinating. I love it when there's a this is what I love about Dragon Age, right? Dragon Age is like we'll keep it simpler. So Dragon Age, in that world's history, the most interesting history is Tevinter and which is old. The Tevinter Imperium's been around forever, but the Tevinter Imperium used to own everything. They've shrunk incredibly, and they apparently did all kinds of crazy stuff with magic. But even before the Tevinter, there was a period where the elves were arguably immortal. Like magic wasn't separated from the world, and there's this huge question about like what the hell was the world like back then. And that's the same thing whenever you have a post-apocalyptic world. What was the civilization? How did things work before? And that's sort of what I always wondered in Final Fantasy VIII. And in Final Fantasy VII, it always seemed like they were a colony on another world,
Mm-hmm.
rather than like humans having like developed there. Because you've got the ancients, which were a different race, even though they're humans for all intents and purposes, humans with magic. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm such a blabbermouth. Where would I be able to play Chrono Trigger? Oh, is there anywhere I would be able to play Chrono Trigger?
Steam?
I'm
trying to think, because like it's not on the Switch.
Why don't you wait until I get my new computer then?
Like it's not in Switch, because I'd play that again if it was on like the online Switch thing, but it's not. It's not in like the PS Store or anything like that. So yeah. Do I want to upgrade this handgun or wait for something better?
Yep, it's on Steam.
I never finished Chrono Cross. There's a certain point where the game got really hard, and I was a child and could not get past it. But
you see, apparently you can play it on the PlayStation. Because somebody was asking about it on the PS4.
like, did it recently come to the shop or something?
I mean, let's see. Can you get Chrono Trigger on the PS4? We're happy to announce that Chrono Trigger is coming to the PSN on North America on October 4th. This was back in September 2011.
Okay, it's probably gone then.
Oh, wait, does the store change that much?
Yes. Changes every month. With what they... Certain, like, mainline stuff will stay there, but their retro stuff, they rotate.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's like saying you don't want money.
Well, what can I come back?
I don't unless it's like a bandwidth thing, like I don't understand why they would not have the games always available. Okay. A medallion, but oh well. The boat fuel! Gluggity glug glug gluggity glug.
Oh. They already remastered Chrono Trigger. Or, excuse me, Chrono Cross.
What? When?
Experience Chrono Cross, remastered with the Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition on Nintendo Switch. Featured upgraded 3D models, new illustrations, new features. This edition of Chrono Cross even includes the game that formed the bedrock of the story, Radical Dreamers.
That's Chrono Cross, not Trigger.
I said Chrono Cross.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, you have a boss fight. Wait, why did the engine crap out? Isn't there a giant centipede thing in here?
It's... Oh, yeah. It's some sort of... There it is.
Oh, gosh. It's like an awful...
It's a newt.
Bailey? Not Bailey, baby. What are you supposed to do?
L1 and R2. Harpoon it.
You said poon. Oh! Are you supposed to shoot, like, harpoon it in the mouth?
Think so? I have unlimited harpoons.
Good. It's true. It was, you're right. Oh.
Swallow me whole, huh?
I'm too big for that.
Okay.
That's right. What's Leon's last name? Is it Kennedy?
Yeah.
Is he a Kennedy? Like, is he related to JFK, RFK, all that?
I don't think so. Because I don't... I don't think the government would let him have as much free reign as they do. Sir, I thought we wanted the Kennedys to not know our secrets.
Where'd you go?
Wait, did he say she?
Oh, Jeebus. What the? That thing can leap like a whale? Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm like scrolling through my phone trying to find out where I can play Chrono Trigger. I'll just wait until I get home. But I've been looking for like a game that I haven't played, especially after I enjoyed Dragon Quest 12 so much. I did not expect to like that game as much as I did. I really enjoyed that game.
Ooh, I got him. I am about to die.
Take another hit like that.
Yeah, how much health does this damn thing have?
There we go.
You get it?
Yep. Harpoon Hunter. And Free Willy.
Let me guess, your engine will start now?
It will probably start right back up. Just... It works now. Where did that blood come out of?
His mouth. Because he's infected. Remember?
Ugh, I would not want to pass out in that water. Gross. Oh, that's the end of the chapter.
Huzzah.
Let's check the results. Handy with a handgun. 74% accuracy, not great. Only 2 deaths. 42 enemies killed. Playtime an hour 22. 22 times damaged. We took the most damage that chapter.
That does not surprise me considering the boss fight we just had.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that concludes chapter 3. On to chapter 4. I guess we're going to... I think we'll finally see the president's daughter. As that's where we're heading. But,
Does this become 2-player at that point, and I can play the daughter and cower?
I don't think so.
Maybe run and try to get picked up by strange men, because that seems to be how she'd do.
So I'm pretty sure this is just... Yep, just 1 player. So you cannot be... the damsel in distress, unfortunately. But... And yeah, anything else to wrap up before we end this stream? The only other game I wanted to add in there is Parasite Eve. But again, like I said, with Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve, they are 2 games in the same kind of similar. You shoot guns, but Parasite Eve is more of a kind of like turn-based with guns.
I thought Parasite Eve was like Resident Evil and Silent Hill and sort of all of those games where it wasn't about killing enemies, it was a...
No, because you had random battles, and you would, like, your battle map, or lack of a better term, your fight screen, you'd have the enemies kind of around, and you could run freely, but you had to run around basically waiting for your, like, charge meter to hit, and then once it did, you could then, what gun am I going to use, what bullets am I going to shoot, what enemies am I going to shoot, you do your attack, and then same thing, you'd run around, the enemies would move around.
That sounds terrible.
It was fun. I loved that game. Not as good. Great soundtrack to that game as well.
I know it's got a great story.
Good story too, yeah.
But
midichlorians.
But
the baddie could cause your midichlorians to spontaneously combust, and you would just burst into a fire.
Well, not just combust, but like, what was it? Like evolve, because there is a fascinating. So the whole point is like your because it wasn't midichlorians. Was it your mitochondria?
Mitochondria. Sorry, I was
because
confusing.
midichlorians.
That's Star Wars.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
No. Because you actually have mitochondria.
Yes.
And mitochondria, like, they've co-evolved with us, is what apparently science says. So they technically, like, they have their own DNA. Like, your mitochondrial DNA is different than your DNA. So it became a part of multicellular life, but is not. It's almost like a separate cell. So it makes a certain amount of sense that like they no longer want to be player number 2. They want to be player number 1. And so people's bodies are going. I mean, obviously, then you have the Japanese, the over the top Japanese thing, right?
Yeah.
Where you've got people turning into monsters. But it's a fascinating concept. That, I think you're right. If the way you're describing combat, that would be right for remastering. You have to actively dodge and wait to be able to act. That sounds terrible. That sounds right in line with, like, excuse me. What's it called? Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. Very similar.
Where you literally, I mean, Knights of the Old Republic, you could literally make a action cue and then set the controller down, and your character would simply go through each action that you had queued up. And it really needs, because they wanted it, it's a D20 system, I think, technically. So it's a turn-based system that they, like, made sort of action-y, and they need to commit. I think that now it would be a better action game a la Inquisition.
Yeah, Parasite Eve was the first. So when I got my PlayStation, my parents, it was a birthday present down at Game Corner. PlayStation with Final Fantasy VII. But the first game I bought with, like, my own money from the paper route was Parasite Eve.
That's cool.
And I got Parasite Eve and a Fastball CD.
A Fastball CD?
Yeah, you
What's
know.
that?
The Way.
Is that a band?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, is the Fastball a game?
No. I don't want to sing on stream.
I don't think I would recognize it. I have no notion.
It's always summer, they'll never get cold. Anyways,
I don't know if it's you singing or if it's the song.
It was
big
that year, and I listened to that CD on loop while playing
What
that
year
game.
was it?
So
98. 1998. Yeah, I was deep into StarCraft and Counter-Strike.
But so whenever I hear Fastball, I think of Parasite Eve, or if I see Parasite Eve, Fastball songs come to mind.
You know, it's funny. I always think of the only music game association I have is a Linkin Park song. It's one of each of their CDs. Like the DJ. I don't even know if that's the right term for him. He'd make a song of his own.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's just really, really simple. It's just drums and, like, synth, and then it, like, builds into a thing. It's actually a very cool, like, chill, help me get into, now I would say, like, it put me in flow state. But I played that, and I would play that looped, just that song. I'll have to look it up, because it's going to bother me. I think it's called Session. But I'd listen to that looped, and I would play Morrowind. I'd play Morrowind, actually. And I remember running around and, like, manually leveling my jump to 100 so I had, like, a vertical jump of 15 feet. And just breaking that game. I got so high level. I put a ton of time into that game. But yeah, my mom was like, "Why do you only listen to that song?" So it's a song that, like, I can groove to without listening to it. I don't hear it after a while, but I'm still like, yeah, grooving. So
the only song I really did that with, 6th grade. No, was it 6th grade? I think it was 8th grade, 8th or 9th grade. Maybe it was 8th grade going into 9th grade. Kid Rock.
Was it Bob?
Yep.
Very
that
nice.
Song would end, and then it would just be like, it'd start again. My name is Kid. My mom was like, "Can you play something else? Can you play something else, please?" Did you get a single or the entire CD?
Sorry, Mom. It's just simple.
Have you heard the other songs? They're not great, and a lot of profanity.
I never even tried to listen to Kid Rock. My mom never would have let me.
Oh, probably not.
I did like Ba. I would even go so far as I still like Ba What a Ba. It's a good, like, it's a nostalgic song now, but yeah.
Yeah, just listen to his cowboy song. That's very, very dirty.
You know, Kid Rock makes me think of Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt. We should probably end the stream now.
Yeah. But thank you for watching. That concludes this Sunday matinee stream of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Where I will possibly be back next week to talk too much more.
I was going to say, yeah. We're still on for next week, right? Not going camping or nothing?
No, I don't think we have anything going on. We're not going to be able to go camping until probably the weekend of the 9th of June.
Okay.
That's the next availability we have.
Then we will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Well, we should say bear trap time, bear trap channel.
Yeah.
We only got bear trapped twice?
No.
3 times?
Well, I would say twice each.
Okay.
Or it may have been the third time on me. I'm trying to remember.
Because you had a back-to-back.
And then I found out you can shoot them.
Yes.
I don't know if let's not. We probably shouldn't count that one. It was at least 4 between the two of us.
And I know I got bear trapped at least once. I'm trying to think, like...
I think you got 2 in a row just like I did.
I got 1, running back to the merchant. I don't know if... Maybe it was 2 in that area, but yes. Anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Take it easy.